What if you could make keto chocolate shortbread cookies in less than 20 minutes? Welcome to the Keto Baking Mechanic. Hi, I'm Sherry Mack. I'm 64 years old, and over 15 years ago, I lost over 70 pounds doing a flexible keto lifestyle, not a diet. And today I want to share this recipe with you that's so simple. It's keto chocolate shortbread cookies that we're going to make in less than 20 minutes. Please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be informed when I have other videos coming down the pike. And remember, you always get the recipe link in the description. Let's get started. Okay, this is a super simple one bowl recipe. So we're going to start off with our melted butter. If you use salted butter, do not add salt to the recipe. You don't want too much salt. It's not good for your heart. We want to keep our sodium low. Remember, we're not on a strict keto diet where you have to have a lot of salt intake because you're in ketosis and you're losing a lot of water. So in this case, you can use salt, either have salted butter or use salt if in the recipe if you're using unsalted butter. I think I just said that. Okay, next we're going to add our egg yolks and our other two liquid ingredients, which is vanilla. And this is optional. I love it. You don't have to use it, but it just adds that kick to the cookies, and that is some butter extract. I know that seems weird, right? Like a cup of butter, and now you're adding butter extract, but it has a little bit of a different flavor with some deep, deep richness, so I added in. Okay, so we're going to take our hand mixer and just mix that together. Next, we're going to add our brown sugar sweetener. You can use granular sugar if you like. Because this is chocolate, I love this brown sugar sweetener. It just adds richness to the chocolate. Almost, I wouldn't say a molasses taste, but that deep, deep richness of molasses. Okay, so we're going to add that in, and our zero carb cocoa powder. And we're just going to cream that together. So next we're going to add in our almond flour. These cookies are rich, they melt in your mouth. Beautiful keto shortbread chocolate cookies. Okay, so we're going to add that, but before we finish, we're going to add two more things, and that is, because this was unsalted butter, I'm going to add in my favorite salt, Maldon's. I don't get paid to say that. I just love Maldon salt, Maldon sea salt, and one of my favorite secret functioning properties, xanthan gum. Why xanthan gum? Because it's going to hold the shape of the cookies together so they don't turn into pancakes because of all the butter, and the butter melts while you're baking, so it could just spread them out so far they look more like flatbreads than cookies. So we're going to add the xanthan gum because it's a binder, but it also adds a little bit of chewiness, so they're melt in your mouth, a little bit of substance, and I'm going to add that in there as well. Okay, we're just going to mix this. So I'm just going to use my spatula and pull that together, and I'm going to let it sit for a minute. You want it moldable. Okay. So now we're going to put these cookies on the tray. I'm going to put on a pair of gloves. Okay, let me just clear this. Bring this over. I've already preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to do that before you start making the cookies because that's what makes it possible to make these babies in less than 20 minutes. 10 minutes for prep, 10, 12 minutes in the oven, 20 minutes roughly. Okay, I'm going to use my hand and I'm going to divide the dough into 12 balls. Look what the xanthan gum, look at that, it's just beautiful. It's my favorite functioning property. You don't want to have a lot of it, but boy, does it make a difference in keto baking. Look. Beautiful. I'm always looking for recipes that contain chocolate, cocoa, or chocolate, sugar-free chocolate, because I am truly a chocolate-aholic. I used to be a carbaholic, but given my new lifestyle, which I've stuck to, listen, okay, so let me just clean up a little bit of my mess here. I don't even know how many cookies I have yet. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I did it. Okay. So I'm just going to spread them out a little bit. And I like to use a little bit of a bigger cookie cutter. You don't need it. You can just flatten it with your hands. I love the cookie cutter because of the shape. And it kind of, with the xanthan gum and the cookie cutter, you get a nice, beautiful round shape to your cookies. And I use the bigger cookie cutter because of the xanthan gum. They're not going to spread out a lot. So whatever size you want the cookies to be, use that size cookie cutter. Okay. And just for fun, I'm going to add a pecan to the top of each one. If I have enough pecan pieces, then I'll add more. But for now, I'm just going to, so you lift it up and go to the next one. Okay, look at this. Ooh, beautiful cookies. Okay, let's get these suckers in the oven. Okay, look at these beautiful cookies. Don't they look gorgeous? Oh, stunning, stunning, stunning. Now, they are still really soft, so we're just going to let them sit here on the tray for at least 5 or so minutes until they firm up a little bit before I transfer them to a wire rack. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the cookies have had time to cool, so now we're going to do the taste test. I just broke this one already, so let's just taste this. Oh my goodness. Forward chocolatey flavor, and then when it hits your mid palate, it just melts. It's gorgeous. You've got to make these babies.